And we're back here on the Mana Symbol channel. It is a beautiful night here in Oakville, Ontario, Wednesday, August the 12th. And we're playing a little bit of more 5-color Bring to Niv to Light in Pioneer. So this is the list with which Gabriel Nassif, Yellow Hat, Bob the Dog himself, went second place in the last weekend's Pioneer Challenge, one of the first big ones since the huge shakeup to the Pioneer format. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at a deck that exploits, once again, Niv-Mizzet Reborn. So this is a 6/6 flying legendary creature dragon avatar for white, blue, black, red, and green. That says, when Niv-Mizzet Reborn enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library for each color pair. Choose a card that's exactly those colors from among them, with the chosen cards in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So this card incentivizes you to build your deck with a large number of multicolor cards that are exactly 2 colors, such as Uro, which is blue-green, Oath of Kaya, which is white-black, Teferi Time Raveler, which is white-blue, Rakdos' Return, black-red, Solar Blaze, white-red, as is Nahiri, and so on and so forth. So, you get a big boost of cards into your hand by resolving Niv-Mizzet Reborn. I believe the math in this deck checks out to the point where you can reasonably expect to draw 2 cards, but you could draw as many as 4 or 5 on a slightly lucky spin. Then we also use the card Bring to Light. So this is one of the most interesting parts of the deck because it is blue, green, and 3 for a sorcery that says Converge. Search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with converted mana costs less than or equal to the number of colors spent to cast a spell. Exile that card, then shuffle your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. So this allows us to put a tutor package into this deck where most commonly we'll use this to get a Niv-Mizzet Reborn and play it, so it's functionally similar to actually just playing the Niv out. But on top of that, we can use Bring to Light to get out silver bullets like Toll's Mirror, Friend to Wolves, Solar Blaze, or Extinction Event, Utter End, or a number of our slightly cheaper. So it can be 2 different types of board wipe between Solar Blaze and Extinction Event, Utter End, which will destroy enemy planeswalkers or other questionable things. And so between those two, we have basically the best mid-range payoff in all of Pioneer. Earlier today, I was playing against the previous best non-combo deck in the format. That was Sultai mid-range, Sultai Delirium. And while they resolved Emrakul, the Promised End, in both games against me, I was able to beat them without any particular problems after they did that. This deck is phenomenally powerful. So we're going to rock this into another league, see how we do. My last one was essentially a 4-1. I punted the first game, so it was actually, on paper, it was a 3-2. I punted the first match, literally one game that I couldn't lose, and I just clicked through a main phase against Spirits, so we died there. And then the last 2 matches were against Lotus Field Combo, which is one of the best decks against this in the entire format. This particular configuration of Niv to Light is not well hedged against it. So we did lose one of those, we won the other one. But I think if we were to run it over and over and over again, I think that's just a really, really poor matchup as the deck is currently. Basically don't have a chance in kill both games, which are not even that easy to do with a one of slaughter games out of your sideboard, which is functionally very, very good against things like Sultai Delirium, where you can take away all their Uros, and the rest of their threats are nowhere near as good. We are also an Uro deck, so let's rock on into this new league and see how we do. The first deck I ever streamed was Modern Niv. We will get back to that at some point. We won the die roll. Good stuff. Let's flip out our Sky Noodle. Let's have some fun here against hand. Seems reasonable. So if I play Drowned Catacombs first, I can have Dreadbore on 2 by shocking Stomping Ground. Or if I play Hallowed Fountain first, I can have Fatal Push on 2 by playing... We're going to go with that direction. Not very likely I have to play a Dreadbore on turn 2, so I would think more than acceptable against. Our opponent's on blue-white control. Then and we're definitely in a reasonable-ish spot. They have to have the turn against and is quite good against Spirit. Especially if they play turn 2 board. Okay, so play Fatal Push here. Even though they can't Rattle Chains me. We're going to jam our Teferi here. If I shock the Stomping Grounds, I take 2 damage this turn. Or if I play Mana Confluence, I take 1 damage this turn, 1 damage next turn. I'll still have to take Stomping Grounds next turn, although I also have a Fabled Passage. So we might still be able to play Stomping Grounds as a tap land. Let's just play out this Teferi and hope they don't have Lofty Denial. However, if they do have Lofty Denial, it's not the biggest of deals because they're not advancing their proactive game plan here at all. So I'm more than okay with that. Obviously, a tempo gain from them. Use a 2-mana spell against a 3-mana spell, but only so much. I think I'll jam one of my Nahiris against their almost definite spell queller. So we've got what is Esper here, so I think just a blue or a green optimal. So this will do red. Spell queller here. They do have a queller. It's possible they let this resolve. They are missing. Oh no, they're missing white mana. I'm a goon. I'm a goon. They're entirely missing white mana. Would I like to discard this other Nahiri? Probably. Hey, another Teferi. Rattle Chains and Spectral Sailor. Perhaps a... Nope, no Mausoleum Wanderer. Question is, do they boot up their Mutavault and attack? Siren Stormtamer. Not a spirit. So they were trying to play that at instant speed because they had a Rattle Chains in play. Not... They can use the Stormtamer and a blue mana to counter Nahiri trying to kill the Rattle Chain. We're going to play Teferi. Okay, that was unexpected. We're going to go... Play Teferi. Black-red, kill the Stormtamer. Play Teferi and probably just plus Teferi. It's Rattle Chains. It'll be... Okay. I'm going to be able to attack down my... Probably some sloppy sequencing from... What is up? Ice Blade 908. Vault. No collected company. Yes. In Phantom. Sure, you can hit my Nahiri that's at 2 loyalty for... Now, let's just top deck a Niv or a Bring to Light. That's what we want. Bang. Boom. Straight to the moon. Hello. Removals. I like removal spells. Yay, magic. Snappy Z. Didn't matter if you played Tef first time Lofty with... Didn't I go to Dreadbore, their creature? Did I not go to Dreadbore, their last flyer? Oh, but then, yeah, got it. I had no mana left over anyway. You right, dog. Snappy Z, yeah. So Solar Blaze is less than ideal against, but Uro is very much not. Now remember, we're kind of getting a freebie game here. The question is, do we think that they're going to have the umpteen lofty? I think I'm going to attack first, and then we're probably just playing Death. I don't want to burn my entire graveyard on them having the last Lofty Denial, and it's not really that big of a deal for me to resolve it. Now versus 6th. Green Curiosity. Are they playing blue-green? Huh. This must be the new hotness. And unfortunately, a Rattle Chains can counter Abrupt Decay, but I wonder if they're going to boot up their Mutavault and go for Max by the coast. We still have 2 minutes. So we'll at least make them tap down. Oh, like that. Fuck. If they have a Rattle Chains here, whatever they draw off the Blossoming. Wow, this list is wild. All right, we're taking 8. Got it. Ouch. Well, Deathrite Shaman can gain me life. We have a 6 blocker. We're in fine fettle. Better? I don't know. Whatever. Not the Triome, sure. Cannot possibly. I'm sure there's. Yeah. Put a land on the battle. Sure. I probably mistap somewhere along the way because now if I want to with Deathrite Shaman, I have to put Ketria Triome in my hand. I don't think I want to play the Triome. I think we'll just hang back for the moment. Because they've got the 6th Sense, it's not just about clock, it's about me wanting them not to draw extra cards. Deathrite Shaman gives me a level of inevitability. I can start draining them from you repeatedly, and my... Because Uro is, like, I can just keep sending Uro in. Niv-Mizzet is a flying blocker, so I do want to keep that back, but Uro, I'm just going to send it in every turn. I don't know about Izzet Staticaster in this, but Voice of Resurgence sounds absolutely gross. Theories seem less than great. I think Teferi, while difficult to protect, is probably really, really well worth it. Maybe Hour of Devastation, because you can bring to light for Hour. And oh, but they're not playing Spell Queller, so that's not as relevant. We definitely don't need Solar Blade, so probably Hour is the better Wrath. Utter End is less than great. This is largely what we're going to do. You'll probably have sideboard Shaper's Sink. Well, deal with that. Deal with that. But thank you for the note, Snappy Z. Definitely something to keep in. Shaper's Sanctuary is, I think it spells and abilities. Spell or ability. Sideboard Heroic Intervention. This exiles. And this removes Indestructible. So we get him coming and going. We get him coming and going. Don't worry about it. We got him. Got him. Got him. Yeah, our pile of removal deck usually kind of okay in these matchups. And then voice. This is the first time I feel like boarding voice feels good. In the previous ones where I boarded it in, it was like very middle of the road. It was like, kind of. But like the only time I boarded it in the last league was against Lotus Field, which was like weak sauce. That was. This hand is fine. Having really good early game mana is a huge deal for us. This is white and black, so we'll be able to Abrupt Decay or Voice on 2. And then we just have to hope to draw Gasoline, which that's what our deck is anyway. It's funny, we play so many tap lands, and we do play, I think the main deck has like 8 1-drop spells. But the reason that there are so many 1-drop spells is like, so you can play tap land on 1, tap land on 2, and then... So I think I want to... This is a swamp. So, but this is not a forest. So this is black-green with Breeding Pool or white-green with Breeding Pool. Okay, so I need to shock if I want to have Abrupt Decay up. I don't know that I just want to jam my voice into their open mana, so I think we're just going to pass here. His voice is just so good. I don't want to feed it to a Lofty Denial with no creature in play. They missed their land. Play Drowned Catacomb. Also didn't make a big deal of the fact that I immediately drew Niv-Mizzet on my draw step. That was exactly what we needed to draw. Opponent's sadness is palpable here. They missed their land drop and they had to play their flash creature. Might see a quick... Yeah, see, that's a card I was expecting them to play. So they're probably... They must be on like 6 to 8 of the 1 CMC auras that let you draw cards. But if they don't hit a land here, we're just going to Abrupt Decay this, and this game should be largely over. Because this was not yet card advantage. That was like equality with what they had before, and they could have Dive Down, so I do wonder if it's better to go on their upkeep. There's basically no downside to it. That's what we're going to... Because this is uncounterable. So the way they get to counter this is by making the creature hexproof, but since Dive Down doesn't actually increase their power... Well, that was good, Alex. Thank you. If they had a Blossoming Defense, the fact that they haven't hit their... Savage them. Seems much closer to mono blue tempo than Spirit's Tribal. Yeah, well, they're missing, like, all of the lords. Not all the lords. Supreme Phantom is mono blue, but most of the lords are white blue. Empyrean Eagle and... Wait, what's the other one? There's another one, right? Is there another white blue lord? They just have 8 lords. Frog Skull. Yeah, that's only modern, though. They can't do that here. Do I want red? No, I just want green. Now I've got green, green, blue, blue. What's up, Jiggy Wiggy? Wiggin' the jig. All up in this bee. They've got 1 mana open. What are they gonna do? Twiddle? I want to be Twiddle. Play with me. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Is that Sonny and Cher? I mean, I'm not that old. Got white, black. Yeah, I don't have red. Dispute. Could be Dispute. I wonder if they're clever enough. I don't think... But if they Dispute, I get a token. Like, I'll lose my Niv, but, like... Largely gonna... Looks like it. Hold on. Good call, Snappy. I mean, this is the reason why we had the sideboard card. And we've got double cycle next turn. We'll put Yorion in. Uh-oh. Ooh. Bad quick. Like to top deck more remove. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to outplay a dispute for a long time. Just so we can grab Niv and then just gem again, which seems less than great against their hand of 6 cards, but then again, it's just going to give me another token. Whee! Counter me again, friend. Yeah, baby. This card seems pretty good. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Seems like a banger. Okay. This is fine. This is all gravy, friend. All good. Maybe we are at 8. We have a drawn arrow, of which we have 4. Oh, or that. That's good too. They can sack the Mausoleum Water to counter this, but like, let's do combat first. Go swinging in. They could have Spell Pierce, or they could have something that stops me from targeting their shit. Get Tolsmere. I think we're just getting Niv and block. I think I'm just playing into whatever they have. Whatever it is. Like, I just don't think I can spend the 2 life here. So we're going to bring to life for 5. I guess they could have had Miss. I'd prefer to choose something that is not... It does not target. And... Like, I get Extinction Event and just choose Odd. I would just knock down their Mausoleum Wanderer and do nothing else. I feel like the game would be a lock from there, but I also feel like grabbing Niv. The downside is then if they held the Mystical Dispute to counter the second spell, I'd choose Niv to get me there. I'm gonna take the low risk line. If they had Fancy Play Syndrome, we're gonna blow them out here. Because I have a 2 throws, they have a 2. That I got exactly what I wanted. Thank you, opponent. They tap out for anything here. Get to we get to bring in your cantrip, our Oath of Nissa. No, my token. Wait, 2 4s. So big. So big. Uh-oh. Okay, so if they have another Lord in their hand, they can. Or we could top deck Oath of Kai and just. Well, that means I don't have to. I think we just go get Yorion and play Yorion. I don't think swinging in here has any. We put them to 1. I want to put them to 1. Kind of do. Then I guess I get to slide my voice and have it be untapped, although unless they block the voice, get another. Oh, if I play Yorion first, this is now a 3/3. Then I can swing with both, and then I get it. Oh, then they have to block the 3/3, and I get 3 for 2, and I got it. I found the line, folks. Don't worry. Just a little slow. Just a little airborne. It's still good. I suppose I could swing with... No, I have to swing. Then they have to block the... Sorry, the element. So if they can play a Lord and get my Yorion off the board... Ooh, hello. Win next. I have to remove my Yorion and play another Lord. Could easily... Yep, there's one half. Third Phantom? Oh, right. They had pump spells. Sure. Well, that's how you lose that game, I guess. We didn't have a better option than that, so let's get them in game 3. Another brazen double Lord. Ah, tempo decks. The bane of my existence. Pretty happy with my sideboarding here. One of those matchups where I always wonder if Staticaster is better than it would be against blue-white, because they're generally lower in this deck, but we've seen the brazen borrowers now. Problem is, what do I pull? Oath, Deathrite. I don't want the ramp on the play, though. I also think... I'm gonna try this. Maybe Staticaster gets to be huge. Maybe it just gets misdistributed. Out. If they're tapped down, Tolsmir is such a huge... Staticaster, if it flew, would be the nuts. Not fly. She looks like she's flying. It's actually one of those tilting pieces of art for me. I thought this flew forever. Forever. It is possible in F&M I blocked something with flying with it, and my opponent was like, yep, that flies. For sure it does. Can we keep this hand? I don't think I throw this back. Gotta draw the hotness. Abzan try. Between this and Steam Vents, I have everything. We'll be able to cycle this. You always like to be the 8th card, don't you? Just you always got to show up just like, no, I'm here. Probably should have shocked in Breeding Pool there. But... Nothing good. Hey, Mulligan. Like they're low. Play the Breeding Pool now. Niv is just used to hiding from turn 1 Thoughtseize. Go dog. As the viewer mail on Faithless Brewing was why didn't you guys make a deck that folds to turn 1 Thoughtseize? Niv definitely does not normally do that, but he does like to hide from it. He likes resolving OP. We're just gonna keep holding our mana open here, I guess, like we're playing against Infect. Or not, maybe. They missed their land drop. Probably the last turn. Let's play Raugrin Triome. So now I've got red. Pass again. The end of their turn will snipe this Mausoleum. Never mind, we're gonna kill that. They gotta have Blossoming Defense, but that's like the #1 reason. They must have Mystical Dispute. Not that they must. Oh, well then. This first. Hello. Dispute that. I'm gonna shock and play Ura. Dispute it. I end up lower on life. Definitely was too ambitious, but we'll find out. Get a token. Problem is the value of this token. Maybe it was sketchy. This is why I'm so bad at codexes. Like, I never am able to evaluate like exactly how valuable all this is. If they have another lord here, it's gonna be. They are forced to play their flash spells on their for the. But like their hand could just easily be all gas because they've been missing land drops. Problematic. That's completely insane. Okay. Swing first, and then we're probably going to go Shock Staticaster. The only thing that beats me is Lofty Denial. Suppose we should Staticaster at the end of their turn. I have to show next. Get to play. Possibly. Well. They don't have a Rattle Chains in right now. Go to 4. I'm gonna go to my graveyard 4. No way this is resolved. Insane if it. They're just gonna have dispute into Lofty Denial. Oh. They can Blossoming Defense or whatever here, but we're gonna get to do it twice. Bonkers, and because they don't have a Rattle Chain, that fizzled. I like to cast a spell. Now, if they have like Lord and 1 Spirit in their hand, they. I just did. I have to play Niv. Rare. Yep, just dead. Oh, resolved. I can shock and play. Shock and play Dread. Well, let's swing. Shock and play Dreadbore. They have to play at least a 2-mana counterspell. Means they, unless they have Blossoming Defense and Brazen Borrower in their hand. I have no idea if it's right to shock or not. They have to have Petty Theft plus a Lord and another Spirit. Those are the exact 3 cards they have to have to kill me if I don't shock. If I do shock, they have to have Lofty Denial or, yeah, I think it's pretty. Nebelgast Herald. Now if they have any Spirit, I just lose. We did not see this card at all out of them. We didn't have any Fatal Pushes this game. Not that we can expect to have them in our 80 card deck. Yeah. Brutal. Oh, Spirits. Oh, good tempo decks. You did against 5 mana spells. Well, the meta is already correcting around Niv being good. Way over the top of mid-range and most aggressive deck. The disruptive aggro, whatever you want to call it, are very good against it. So if you have anyone who plays Niv-Mizzet in your local who you are having a problem with, just hit them with the tempo stick. Match the second. Honestly, I think people who say there's no price to pay for Prime decks, correct. Well, it's like the people who said there's no price to play for Astrolabe. There's definitely a price to play for Astrolabe. Now, was it too low? I mean, pretty much that's universally agreed at this point. But like, 80 card decks are a big difference. Anyone who said otherwise is. So we have blue white. So this can give me green or black, but I don't know what I need yet. So play the tap. Otherwise, and go. Possible on turn 2, draw something. I guess we were supposed to go for green. Yeah, now I can't possibly draw. Couldn't. I should. Okay, so I should have played Fabled Passage there and fetched true. That's 100% true for a bunch of reasons. One of them is Deathrite Shaman. Another one is called Oath of Nissa. Daylight is good. Daylight is. On. Get the green. We'll draw. I'm gonna bounce their Elvish Mist. Slow down their mana. Pick up. Not great. Will get me to black mana. Ooh, Nykthos. Have the Nykthos. Oh no, my devotion to white and blue. Now. So I could Oath of Nissa to try to hit. We just play Deathrite Shaman. Or I can play the Triome Uro. I hit an untap land with Oath of Nissa, I get to play Oath of Nissa and then potentially the Uro, and not super likely. I guess Uro could pick me up the can't deal with all of this anymore. This is slightly more. Uro is fallen. If this hits me untap green or black, we get. Talk about Uro or both ramp me the same. Oh, other end is. Problem is, if there's like a Nissa who shakes the world or whatever, this could get out of control completely. That Nykthos taps for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5, 6, 7. Nissa? Nissa, Karn, or Vivi? Karn is one of the least threatening here, but they have 4 post Karn. Hopefully you pose Elder Gargaroth. Oh, that would have been great. What are they getting with 4 mana and Karn? I feel like Karn has been slightly defanged in this deck in what it can do in certain matchups just without the walking ballista. They can't get a Pharaoh statue here. Opponent Errata Corrige uses God Pharaoh statue. Nothing. They're not planning on playing it this. Extinction Event will be really good eventually. I was getting the God Pharaoh statue work. Karn can now die, and they. So, Extinction Event fucks their mana. Next turn they have 5. That's all they have. Maybe 6 out of the hands. They might be able to play the God Pharaoh statue and utter end ballot. So we go Extinction. Yeah. This means we'll be able to pay the 6 end on the stat. Assuming that they might be stranded. Shit. That makes Nykthos, yeah, literally +1. Yeah. It's fine like that one. And this is gonna get like Great Henge now. Tormod's crit. Oh no! Oh no! I needed the mana! Don't crit me, yo. Crit me until I get my mana. Please, no. I need this. I need it. Please, no. Really important. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Well, this is horrifying. Yep. Good lord. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I guess we play a 4-mana Dreadbore to kill their cards so they can't beat me for 6. They're just gonna have the follow-up card. How good is our sideboard for this? Can't be that good, can it? Hour of Devastation. Okay. Casualties of War is okay. Water games. I'm really surprised they didn't just boot up God Pharaoh. Yeah, man. Oh, I've played enough Magic to know what's up. Oh no, the boat. Oh no, the boat's coming for me. I hear its call. The boat's coming. What are you doing over there, friend? Good? You doing alright? No, I'll land in the graveyard. Guess I did not need to. You can always shock. Play a 7-mana Toolsmere. Pick off their Burning Tree Emissary. Then they'll play Sky Sovereign. I have to utter. Also means that I don't have to. Okay, your move, opponent. That's all I got. Comes the boat. They're wishing again. I think no, so they should get the boat and then also play Great Hen. I think that is by far. I mean, I don't know exactly what they're. Maybe they have a second God Pharaoh stack. Oh my god, I just exiled their God Pharaoh. Stupid friggin' utter and okay, I don't think they know that, but they could have actually gotten this. It would have been pretty bad for me. I'm glad that that did not happen. Sky Sovereign. Yep. There's the boat.
They came from behind.
Karn can crew the boat and have Abrupt Decay. Probably should just decay the burn. I have green. Dragon! Oosh. Take it. Should have left out the blue-red. That had another Dreadbore. So if I fetch a swamp with this, we can Abrupt Decay. Probably. No really real reason not to do it. Here's where they top deck Nissa, or everyone's worse. Vivian would be way worse. Would it? Yeah, it would. Because with Vivian, they'd be able to use Karn to boot up Sky Sovereign, use Sky Sovereign to bite Niv, then attack. Anywhere else. Love that. I like this. I like you. I appreciate you. I love you in that thing that I put the boat in defense mode. Not actually. They're willing to trade the boat for a Niv. Yeah. Because then on my turn, I just go like Dreadbore plus Toolsmere. Yeah, we good. The boat. this black, red, and then I have green, white. And... To me, my friend. Bite the elf. Oh, but it has the good flavor text and the good art. Oh, careful. Right here, buddy. I think we've entered the phase of the game where we're... However... Who shakes that? Well, I should... Ooh, Voracious Hydra? Genesis Hydra? Okay, it depends on which one it is. It's Voracious Hydra. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That thing is... A 5/6? I ain't afraid of no ghost. Burrow, A side. I don't think I can get to B side. I literally can see that I cannot. Out of my 7 of them, or sorry, 2 of them don't produce blue or green. Off. What am I playing next? Is it Nahiri? Probably Nahiri. Suppose I could play Nahiri and discard the Uro and play Sylvan Caryatid. Gives me a higher upside in terms of blue and black. We draw more cards this. We could have just okay. Now let's drop in here. Uro is so freaking good. Oh, so can I escape the Uro now? I have blue, green, green. I can. Yeah, never mind. So let's. Oh, there's a cape. Never mind. I'm a dork. Anyone ever question the fact that I'm a tool? I'm a tool. I'm a large tool. Okay. Okay, deck. Okay. I see how it is. So this can only exile tapped artifacts, which Grafdigger's Cage is not likely to tap anytime soon. Uh-oh. Okay. What do you got left? What is left? I mean, if they're smart, they'll grab the God Pharaoh's stat. Murderous Gearhold. Can't play it this turn. That's a big... This means they are unlikely to attack with the Hydra, because then Volcha will knock down Karn. So... Let's see if they do. They might. Yeah, I'm definitely not. We're also going to play Yorion next turn and reset my Nahiri. Really want to knock down. Especially if they ever get wise to the fact that they can grab their God Pharaohs. Oh no, that can get rid of Grafdigger's Cage temporarily, so I can... That's actually way better than I was making it out. So let's go ahead and discard Caryatid. What do we get? Unimpressive. The Hydra can't protect this Nahiri no matter what. Unless I bounce. I was bouncing the Hydra has base. Bounce the Hydra. Grab my Yorion. No, because we're going to bounce the cage and then play the Uro. Then they have to decide what they want to do. Now we can play. Burrow's coming to kill you. Also means we could top deck Abrupt Decay. Also get to drop a land in, which my Yorion is quickly gaining a bunch of extra grab for value. They can make this Hydra a 9-10. I can't kill both my walkers and a scoop. Fair enough. And Mike Tyson absolutely getting taken all the wind out of his sails and just cannot close this one out. They're heading to the sideboard. Let's see what's going on here. So, Scarab God seems okay. Hour of Devastation seems. Staticaster's in. Staticaster seems like so ambitious, right? Casualty seems good. Things for sure. Slaughter Games again is one of those things that. So, but maybe Thought Erasure and maybe Thought Seek. But to be perfectly honest, I think my main deck is pretty well hedged. Like I don't really know what I need to swap out. Maybe some Teferis. Teferi was pretty clutch at the end there. Oath of Kai. Really slow. So one Oath of Kai out. Solar Blaze is great. All there. Maybe we just pull in these two. I think we can swap Solar Blaze for Power. It's like slightly better most of the time. It does kill my Caryatids and my Deathrite Shaman. Ever kill Nissa? Doesn't, right? It goes straight to 6. Oh, I think. Damn you! Bot. Actually, that's not the same. Is it? Different bot. I don't know. Who says we just play 81 cards? How bad could it be? Thoughtsei's out. Thought Eraser's fine. Pretty light boarding here. Actually, pretty well hedged in the. Scarab God's okay, but Bolzamir is better. I don't really know what matchup Scarab God's supposed to be for. It could be this one for all I know. There's a lot of creatures. Yeah, we'd definitely keep it. Turn 1 Deathrite. Could do. Turn 1 Deathrite won't accelerate me. Although it will open up my color. Turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2 health. What's back? What's up? Speed the win. We beat Mono Green Arn. Grindy Gabe 1. Confronting potential. I think we're probably supposed to go Stomping Ground, play the Deathrite Shaman. Likely gonna go. I turn to Uro plus push? No. Not unless I draw an untapped Black Sword. Playing the Death. Because we're still going to get to Fatal Push on. I literally don't have a way to Fatal Push on 2. A lot of decision to be. It felt like there was, but they played their land out first. guess they're not planning on activating a Nykthos this turn. Third forest. Third land that isn't a Nykthos feels great here. The fact that they're not proactively playing any also feels great here. Untap Black Source. Untap Black Source. Still good. Not gonna argue. Play. I need black anyway. I have everything else. This is blue for now. Get a swamp. That. Whoosh. Ooh. Nobody wants to clean that up. Ugh, ground Lanois. Bruce. Muddled. Probably getting Nissa next turn. Not bad. And we can exile their elf to gain life. I'll be alright. We're cracking along here. We're not dead. We're not dead.
I mean, hello!
Solar Blaze will kill as many lands as gain 2 life. Good for next turn. Black, white, but yeah. Yep, that's Niv. Bye, girl. Only one thing to say to Nissa.
Who goes out on Mondays?
Five mana. Nykthos does little for them. Got a big dragon and he's hungry. It's coming. I'm going to bite my... You're going to bite the death. That's fair. This means Vivian's not going to ult soon. So, against me, this actually takes a lot of the teeth. Nice deck. Great. So, Mardu, green, blue. Mardu the dude. Is it Bring to light in here? I was afraid we had like a mostly whiff again. What do you got? What do you got, buddy? Give me another. Up to 2 mana remaining. Maybe it's going to be the Heart of Kirin. The Heart of Kirin. We could Bring to Light for Extinction Event. I'm gonna make their forest a 5/5 turn. So we can swing at 1, Bring to Light for Dreadbore for the other one. But to be perfectly honest, I just want to kill the Karn. And then I can Teferi. Yeah, I can Teferi bounce the Again, flawed. She is far and away the least powerful planeswalker. Not to, I played this deck in a lot, well, quite a few leagues and several paper tournaments. I adore this deck, but Vivian definitely has that. She hits that delta of being the absolute most nutty thing you can do in any game sometimes, and then just being like really, really medium minus others. Play Teferi. Let's shock the breeding. Even Crafter's Cage in play. Cool. They conceded. Alright, well. Solid win against Mono Green Walkers. They can definitely win this matchup, but our pile of removal deck. I mean, the fact that we only sideboarded like 2 cards and I didn't really feel like I needed to sideboard either of them, really, how you can expect that matchup to go down. They just have very little way to disrupt you. And in game 1, they actually resolved Godpharaoh's statue and just beat him up. Although that player was missing the fact. Oh, maybe I should. All right. Teaching people about the Magic the Gathering. That's what we call
Work.
join. Let's go. Let's go. I roll in. Love it. That one. I want this one. Probably should not keep this. This seems. This is much better. Thank you, deck. Keep this. Ship the. So with Sunpetal Grove, full Drowned Catacomb, I think except for Head, and we have the Sylvan. Head is nuts, actually. We're gonna miss on our Oath of Nissa. Instead of missing, we hit one of the best possible cards. Okay. I think this deck likes me. Catacomb. Indatha. Probably the mirror. It is a mirror, but they're playing main deck voice. Barry's gonna wreck that up. We're gonna play our Triome here. Top deck. BTL or Niv. We get to turn, and we're streets ahead to use slang that all you young people definitely absolutely use. Streets ahead. Oh man, they got the fancy flipping land. Look at this thing. Oh, lightning house. No, we can't draw bring to light anymore. Oh, but neither can our opponent. All right. Oh, I should have bounced my Oath of Nissa. Forget about that. Okay, plus Teferi. I want to kill their Teferi. I feel like we will soon have enough mana to kill their Teferi if and when. Pick up. Wait, so let's just grab my Yorion for now. Next turn we'll replay it. We'll play it and then. Cool. Burrow. Oh, not great yet. Voice. Sure. We'll probably push the voice and then Ryan. I didn't plus my Teferi here, but like can't play things. Now my Teferi is going to reset loyalty, which is great. There he is. There's my boy. Oh, so big. So pretty. Look at him. You're such a R. Well, my opponent's on 60 card Niv? Wild. Sure. Get it. But I wonder if my mana advantage would be at all relevant in this game. Oh no, they're shocking. You got Hawk? I don't. What? What do you have? What they have? Shock this so you can play Dreadbore and Dreadbore. Got white, blue, black. For that. Attack. Yellow Hat was jamming 60 card earlier. Well, I told him in his chat that that was wrong. And apparently he didn't listen to the wise and all-knowing me. I am obviously able to give any level of advice to one and only. I mean, obviously. That joked you? What did they actually put in their hand? Oh boy. And an utter end Jesus. The only thing saving me is that they don't have enough mana for this. All. They could play Nahiri and Abrupt Decay, but then I still have a Niv. And I still cast Bring to Light. 60 card is assumedly better. He second placed the top of the challenge on the weekend, so 60 card is more consistent. But it's not necessarily better because this deck plays a 4 of tutor package, and so that mitigates some of the loss consistency having 60 card. And then oh my god. This is gonna be fun. Eighty card just can go over the top. Yeah. Tap this. I'm off of Rift. Don't actually red right now. Goodbye, little Caryatid. You served me well. Testing for. Well, I understand that, but like he second placed the challenge before. In terms of what, I just think in terms of what vulnerabilities this deck already has, I don't think playing 60 cards is really going to help you that much. Playing 80. Like, what this deck is going to get beat by is. I don't think playing 60 or really causes you a lot of grief. Like, this is the 80 card version. We're only playing 2 Fatal Push. We could be playing 4. We could be playing 60 cards with 4. But you don't want to hedge that hard against the aggressive deck, or at least specifically like Llanowar Elf deck. So I don't. Yeah, it's the Mox, Magic Online Champion. I always refer to it as the Moxes because I think Mox, OC. Random note: you should try out Naya Winota in Modern 1. I played some Jeskai Winota in Pioneer, and it was okay. Oh, that's what matters. Naya Winota in Modern. I 5-0'd with one of the earlier Winota decks, and that was a blast. But I liked the 80 card version I played with Astrolabe and no, Gabe great to watch. Gabriel Nassif is fantastic. Their Gist deck in Modern that doesn't play Unburial Rites and Iona. Yeah, the Storm. It's referred to as Gifts Storm. So yes, there is. Also, welcome Strifo. Oath of Kaya is not great here. On our Solar Blaze, it seems like their list is about as hedged against it as ours is. Gift Storms, yeah, Gift Storm is really it. Most other blue decks would prefer to play Factor Fiction now that it's Modern Legal, which I'm sure for someone who plays Legacy is like a really weird statistic. But that only became Modern Legal as of Modern Horizons. Sideboard. I think Voice of Resurgence matchup is Caster, definitely not. Rakdos' return is one of the kind of like, I'm on the fence about this. I don't know if this should be. Gifts Rights is hot.
That's so ratchet.
Gifts Right is an interesting. Played Esper Gifts Control, but it runs. Yeah. So like, Gifts Control. No, I've never seen a Gifts Control deck. Yeah, well, the reason Factor Fiction is so good right now is Uro, because when you Factor Fiction, you flip an Uro, they're like, what do I do? Do I put it in like which pile? Oh God, no problem with rights, but playing Resident Sleep. Okay, I can keep this hand, and then if they have a Fabled Passage, it's kind of great. They don't, it's mediocre. We're a high land count deck. We have the ability to play this Deathrite Shaman and potentially. I'm gonna keep this, hopefully. But yeah, I mean Esper Control in general yeah. Esper Control in Modern in general is kind of. It's not great. All the good control. I'm gonna try to make the best gifts deck ever. Play it one league. You hate Modern, never touch it again. Well, we're gonna play Modern later on. We're gonna play some Grixis Urza. So if you want inspiration on different cards you could be playing, they'll definitely. I'm just drooling over here. I'm chomping at the bit. Thank you, friend, for feeding my sweet little Deathrite. Don't kill it. If they play Teferi on 3, it's gonna be like womp womp. Crucible packages with that deck. Oh yeah. This it's almost. I would like to not stumble, please. Top deck a land. Don't be punished for greed. Don't be punished for greed. Never punished. Come on, bud. Come on, deck. Come on, Niv. You got this. You got this. You're never gonna get. Wow. What is this? That is amazing. That is so gorgeous. Oh. I use gifts for Loam, Rights, Raven's Crime, and Tidespell. Then Legacy Reanimator. So, am I supposed to play this Teferi and hope to draw land? Rather than playing the Caryatid? Loam, Pox, Gifts. Is that's I swear that sounds like the Legacy deck that Speed keeps getting me to. What? Yikes. Right. Should have played the Caryatid. Or what is it? Message received. By building a 4-color Gifts Rock deck in mod. I've got a red-green deck that I refer to as lands modern that could probably play a Gifts package. I very much like my red-green lands deck, even though it's terrible. Let me hook you up with that video. If top deck an untapped land, or Niv, maybe. Most. Oh wow, we drew the thing that we need. What did they pick up? They picked up Dreadbore. Oh, they flipped it. They're playing the Nicol Bolas. Okay, yeah, this is a Nisif stick. They picked up Dreadbore and Uro. Uro and Dread. Playing my own Niv into their Dreadbore is like eh. Playing Bring to Light to kill their Niv is also not the best. I do like. No. I'm probably supposed to play my own. Whenever the PT with Eldrazi aggro was, I want to say it's like 17. It was before I started playing again. It was in the last chunk of my break. Eldrazi went early 2016. Do I want to Teferi bounce this? It's such a tempo gain. Because they can't. They could play Dreadbore and Pro next. Playing my Niv, they Dreadbore. Play Uro. Then it gives me more gas. I feel like I'm supposed to like shock, Bring to Light, hit their Nivs, and in the game after the fact. Because then I'm not giving them anything to Dreadbore. I liked my line, and yet I feel like this is. Well, I guess they only had 2 cards on their Niv. One card on mine is pretty. Yep. They just mistapped for that. Yep. If they haven't. Like Legacy and Modern do have an amazing range of decks that are like, oh, they're not good, but I mean, they function. You can win games with them. I want to just bounce them. Play the Scarab God out, I guess. They have a counter right now. Oh, jeez. Mystical dispute. Okay, so we weren't resolving anything. Okay, let's not die somehow. Please. I guess Mystical Dispute makes a lot of sense against our. What? Your favorite? Bring. Holy yikes. Bro. Huh. Well, that'll do. Yes, I'm not really thinking ahead enough to deal with their three. Got this deck as the Scarab God. And the sideboard. The one reason I'm willing to try out not hate Modern one more time, because I mean, you could just try playing like any of the blue-green X control decks. It's like Sultai and Teamer are both really, really neat. Fant, I think, is not up your alley. Fight. Give. Casualties of War, Teferi, Dreadbore. Yikes. Holy jumping. Yeah. Love the rug deck with Field of Ruin that won the challenge. The Wilderness Reclamation one? I kind of wanted to play that this week. They were playing. We don't have to. Problem is, this is gonna get a hasty Niv and just kill me, and I can't stop everything. Oh no, I mean you should play it with your own goofy list. I mean you could play 80 card with Abundant Growth. I mean it sucks, but if you want to help me make my 80 card Iceberg Uro deck work, you are likely smarter and better at this game. I basically just need an instant speed way to deal with a Niv. Do not have it. Also need a way to kill Nahiri. I guess we could Teferi bounce this into a Dreadbore. I think that's my only out. Which feels pretty bad, but... Nope. With this. Just dead. Game 3. So, like... you want, I can ship you this deck list. This is, I think, the closest you're going to get to Trifo pile in Modern. Obviously, it can be pushed in a bunch of different directions from where it is now. There's other cards you could be playing. You play Omen of the Sea instead of Ice Fang, or in addition to Ice Fang. Abundant Growth is obviously worse than Astrolabe, but this is all we have left now. Royal Silence is not, like, it's a 1-of. So this is pretty neat little pile, and I did 5-0 with something similar to this, but that was when Astrolabe was not only legal, but the companions were in the old fashions. I'm happy. Although, maybe I want Voices against their deck because they have Mystical. Oh, I left it. Maybe for their Voice of Resurgences that I thought I was going to see again, but we did not. Let's see. We kind of just got clunked up in that game. Unnecessary is Force of Negation in the format. It's probably not necessary in the main deck. It's necessary in your 75 or your 90. I wouldn't say playing 4 in your main deck is that important. I really like it. I really like playing 4 of in the main deck a lot. Alright, I'm over Modern already. It's just so that you don't die to the Teferi. But if you... Just because the Teferi decks is like have a habit of really shutting you. But like, again, my deck has Lightning Bolt. Of 2 of, but it's also got Assassin's necessarily a Teferi left. Yeah. The problem is there's no Force of Will. I mean, it's a totally different format. Like, by a ludicrous margin. The difference in not having Force of Will in the format is obviously. Alright. Alright, we're good. Turn 3 Slaughter game. Goodbye, Niv-Mizzet. Unless they have a Thoughtseize. Let's slice them. Slice them in dice. Also, you actually have to be concerned about playing against Burn. I watched you wreck Burn in one of the challenges, and you cannot expect to be playing 4-color control in Modern, even 3-color control, and wreck Burn the way you did. Because there are no dual lands, there's no Force of Will. Ripple Fight! Well, not yet. Opponent is down. They didn't have any in hand, though. 2 Uros. Ooh. And Mystical Dispute and Nahiri. How about the Dispute? We have a Voice of Research next turn. So things are going to be good this game, I think. I wish they'd unban Twin already. I don't really want to play against Twin, but that is coming from someone who never played against Twin. I think it's probably okay to unban it. I'm more okay with losing to Twin than I am to losing to Lotus Field, Pioneer, any of the click heavy combo decks. Those are such a pain. We'll Thought Erasure. Oh, we'll play Voice first. Play Thought Erasure. We do need to find a payoff. We'll just leave the Mystical Dispute. Yeah, I remember Modern suck. Yeah, it's... I like Modern a lot. Modern is not... I wish I was just better at Legacy. And I wish that I could believe that making Legacy thing that would... I guess not even a big deal. When will be fine power level wise? We have Nazi's decks that... I mean, blue-green decks are already... Blue decks are already kind of homogenized, right? They're all playing Uro. There's basically no blue control deck that's not also playing Uro. Am I taking Nahiri here? I guess the Mystical Dispute is a huge... They play Nahiri right now. They can't do anything with it. I guess they get to run. They're 2 black mana away from this. Problem with not taking the Nahiri is... sorry, the problem with not taking Mystical Dispute is they can just blank all my threats. Like all my big threats. But I guess if they do that, I get a voice token. Let's take the Nahiri and play through the pain over here. This means they have nothing proactive. Having Nahiri to keep running. But yeah, I mean, most white decks are. They've become homogenous. No. We'll pass. If I play Teferi first, they can't miss. And play the voice after. If they Mystical Dispute me, I won't be able to play the voice this turn because I'm going to pay for the dispute, but... I have red, blue, black, green. Their deck has no Niv-Mizzet. That feels cool. They do have an Uro in their hand. They've lost their Mystical Dispute. Missing double black still. Double black there. Black. White. So I could tap this for black instead. We want to tap as many white, black, red. And I have to tap this for... I'd rather have blue, red, or blue, black on top. Either way, I can't play voice if I do this. I have to tap this. No, what if I tap this for green, red? Way more sense. I have way more color. Give me a minute. So if they have Casualties of War, they can kill my Niv, one of my lands, my... I'll just play. And if they want a Casualties of War, they have to use their Caryatid, which... It's only scary if they have... Oh wait, no, it's not. I have a friggin' Teferi. So stupid. Card is so dumb, it makes you dumb. Probably just want to cycle this. Like playing out another Voices. An instance for right now. I think we've largely got. They're one card away from escape, but like root bound. Not black. Not good enough. You can start using Deathrite to eat their graveyard. Grifo, if you want to play Deathrite Shaman, it's legal in this format. I don't think there's any good control decks for it, but you want to eat their actual Uros? Probably should. Guess I'll pick up. Yay, magic. Got him.
Dominating.
The only loss so far was against the Spirits. Deck is nuts. But yeah, Strifo, I'm assuming you've gone through like the challenge lists, and I will definitely say like 3 and 4 color control right now is doing really poorly after the Astral. I would say overall it's like very much getting beat up by aggro. In terms of the highest level. And if you look at the 5-0 dumps, like it's around, it's fine, but turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2. We're supposed to. They have Luris, so probably on. If I stumble. Much. This ship the breeding pool because we have Forest, Hallowed Fountain. Do 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 do. Ba-da-da-da-da now. Oath. Want you. You. Watery Grave. What? What? What is happening? What? What? What is this? My opponent is playing some spice. It's not in the manual. What do I do? Inverter, haha. Well, seems unlikely, but I'll believe it when I see it. They can't play Inverter. They literally can't be playing Inverter in their deck. They have displayed to me, locked it in, 0 inverters exist in their deck as currently configured. Although, Speeve, I don't know if you saw it, but we were ragging on the fact that MTG Goldfish has the blue-black Narset Wheels deck listed as Dimir Inverter right now. 23rd place in the Pioneer Challenge. It is listed as Dimir. I think that is adorable. Good for you, MTG Goldfish, keeping those standards high. It's Grixis Luris Prowess. Okay. Drawing land. Goldfish needs to have just like one guy named. I want to agree with you, but feel like they would just hire the wrong guy for whatever reason. Like I just feel it in my soul. Doesn't Grixis? No, it can't be. What is this happening? Neat. Oh, this is like black red Luris featuring blue. Okay. This is probably better than that deck because that deck was not very good, but should be able to go way over the. Yeah. Yeah, the when Goldfish had Dredge listed as it was blue, black, red, green. Jesus, what happened? You used to just call it Dredge. What went wrong? How did we end up here? Half the decks are listed as Wooburg, and it's like a mono white deck. Yeah. And it'll be because of some stupid crap like, oh, well, they have Surgical in their sideboard, so it's a black deck. Somehow MTG top 8 is like just pretty tight. And for whatever reason, like I have no explanation. What they do, how they work. Looks like Croxa coming out next. The Thoughtseize? It'll be hilarious. Yes! See your doom! Takes the Yorion, sadly. MTG Top 8 does a good job with naming, but has an awful site. I mean, it's just like lo-fi. I like the MTG Top 8. Low and lacking with decks. I mean, yeah, the fact that they only list the top 8 or 16 of events is sometimes a little like, eh. The Wizards site has been really bad lately because if you try to download deck lists from their 5.0 dumps or their their published results, it the deck list will come blank. It just comes blank. You don't have enough of this. But I mean, they're like a tertiary site, right? Like I don't think they're getting a lot of support. To what level we can blink. So if they Croxa, I get to instant speed Bring to Light on their turn. If they Sprite Dragon, they can pick off my Teferi, but then I'll just get to cast. Opponent is deep in the tank. Good reason. Wonder if they have. The way their deck is configured, it doesn't look like they're playing any counter spells. I wonder if they are. Very much inclined to describe their deck as Just put Luris in their hand, I would assume. Young Pete. What up, dope? So do I just bring to light for Tolkien and just... Or I wonder if they are playing like just a very small smattering of counter. I'm about to get nailed to the wall by. Playing Shadow over here with... I'm hoping this is opt or... But I think this should get a Niv, but I would not hate myself for getting tools pulling mine. Suppose that opens me up to like Thoughtseize plus Crop. But that would only get... I suppose. Oh. Hey, buddy. I guess you're not going to be a surprise anymore, but that's... I've got Oath Dreadbore. Yep. Opponent should have played Mystical Dispute. What would I like to discard? Bro, I guess. Guess I'll discard. Wait, they only have one flyer? Could Dreadbore their flyer and go win? Ooh. Hasty Croxa. Look at them go. So, we're not taking any damage. But if I hate... But I can block the Sprite Dragon and take 1, 2... Then we just kill him on the crackback? They play the land this turn? It's currently turn 6. Full turn. Exiles all the stuff, Croxa, etc., etc. They have 2. Guess I get punished. Gotta discard. Discard a Wrinkle. Definitely not playing 2 before this game. Go blocks. Block the Sprite Dragon. And the 8. They have a flying blocker. Shoot it down with Dreadbore or Oath of Nissa and just kill them. Punish for this is if they have like a way to bolt me. I just conceded. So they needed me to block the Croxa and not realize I could kill them on the crack. Their deck is full of spice. What do we got? Staticaster seems good. Voice also could be good. I'm just cutting like Rakdos is Solar Blaze is good. Rosemary is good. Probably it can cut down on the Dreadbores because of Abrupt Decay. I don't need all. Because Utter End seems pretty okay. It's something I can tutor for, but I don't think they're going to have any big permanents that I need to deal with. Like, this is literally always a tempo loss against them. Oh, you know what I should have? Scarab God. I feel like stealing one of their Croxas or whatever would be really fun. Obviously, the Croxa doesn't get to stick around, but like they're filling their graveyard with creatures, so that seems like fun on a bun. Scarab God, you so awesome.
Yeah, baby, I know it.
We love you, Daddy Scarab God. I love that. Oh, that's just the quarantine talking. You're gonna be fine now. Hello, I have consumed nutrient. I had shrimp red Thai curry. I was trying to wait until between matches, but I will be right back. But that, folks, could not wait. I had a meeting to get to. Oh boy. Okay. They played Watergrave to lead, and then Mull. My hand is still a banger. Got it. Lead on blue or red with our green. It largely doesn't. When I hit white for the Voice of Resurgence, I could fetch white on 1, guaranteed to play the voice on 2, double Oath on 3. But I'm gonna play this Teferi. We don't hit a white land. Not mountain. All right. So I got myself a cocktail app today, which works like a great little Rolodex, like a digital Rolodex. And I was just browsing through custom beverages people have created through the years, and everyone knows about, you know, some of the more popular ones that have everything, things like the sex on the beach, stuff like that. And then I was just like looking through other categories and stuff. There's a literal cocktail that's just called sex. 1 part Grand Marnier and 1 part Kahlua. Serve over ice in a lowball glass. That's it. Got 3.5 stars. 1.5 ounce Grand Marnier, 1.5 Kahlua. Do I have Kahlua? I have Kahlua. I have Kahlua, and I don't have Grand Marnier, but I have Cointreau. There's a lot of liqueur made from. I guess they take my Oath of Kai. Best card in my hand. I'm gonna get to bounce their Sprite Dragon next. Card is cool. Yep. Probably voice Deathrite. The Deathrite threatens to start gaining me life. Talk to play the Oath. Get me white. Alright, feels good. Card is. Oh, it's actually just now. Starting the Oath of Nissa. Roxa Sprite Dragon. This does not play together. Heartless Act on my Deathrite Shaman. Works for me. Go get white. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Light of hand, and wait. Man, these I love that Teferi Time Cop is hanging out here, and he's just like preventing my Voice of Resurgence from my opponent screwing himself up. Works for me. Go find my Uro. Ah, Proxa just okay. Ow. Holy jump! Wow, we're very close to dead now. That was not. Oh, but this was white. Off the top. So do I get Niv or as long as we make it to the next turn? As long as I make the next turn, we win. I have the top deck. They don't have their get that into play. Most removal spells will not kill me. I mean, if they had Brazen Borrower here. Dreadbore? Oh yeah, they're gonna force me to trade my Niv. Doesn't give a trans. Dragon fight! Ah! Like my sweet 80s piece of artwork in the background. Put both these triomes into play. We can. Honk. They did get their Luris in Luris Croc. Luris Croxa won't deal any. Reasonable decisions in both directions. What would you like, opponent? What you want? Perhaps 4. What? Not how you do any of this. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. They should know I have Dreadbore in my hand. Good. Pick online will not make me a decision now. Get to go draw step, then throw step. That'll do. Thanks, deck. It's really coming in. Red. Yeah. Shoot, I'm gonna play Croc, but that's fine. See ya. Can't claim to fame that boy. For reference, I am 22 cards into my deck, and my opponent is 12 cards. They're doing things on many axes better than they are. Now they're forced to jump block with their Kroxa next turn. I mean, they would block my arrow. I'll be able to escape mine again, and good to go here. Get your Kroxa. Get your Kroxa on, bye. Put up. They have decided not to Kroxa. I don't know what they're. Otherwise, decided temporarily at least Kroxa. Hooligans. Fuck this. That's game. Boop. Smash. Right. 3-1, baby. Playing with that house money. Playing with that house money. Man, we've won a lot of die rolls. Okie doke. Seems like a keeper. Put up. Oh, there you go. Turtle Power plays Magic. Welcome, welcome. BTL top deck. Yeah, that was the whole game basically. I mean, but at the end there, I top decked everything.
It is
I mean,
imperative
it was
that we
just
crush
goofy.
the freedom fighters before the start of the rainy season. And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Well, thanks for the follow, friend. And yeah, I'd love to see that deck list. I know a lot of people have been playing this like black-red Luris deck, and I think blue seemed like a good addition. Did you have any mystical disputes in your sideboard? Because those really mess up Niv if you find out a tough matchup. Mystical dispute can buy you all the time you need to win the game. Ginger Brute, and if they have an Insole, we have Abrupt Decay to beat it. Or Extinction Event a little bit later. This is Brute. Ginger Brute. I had one dispute and two. Okay, yeah, those would have had them. Fortunate time. Ghostfire. Sideboard is really tight. I'm mostly trying to play to Bright Dragon. I agree with that. I think that it does make a lot of sense. Ooh. Yeah, baby. Love that. Sick top decks all night. I guess I could just play Uro and have Abrupt Decay ready, though. Almost as good, if not better. Wasn't gonna be casting. Are you qualified for this weekend? I am not. Not that good of a Magic player. I don't think I am. I don't know what it takes. Qualifier points, I guess. So should I just keep taking these hits? I'm at 19. Yes, I could. Trying to do dumb brews. Anyway, good luck in the rest of the week. Well, thank you so much. I have enjoyed playing 5-color Niv a good long while. So, Stone Coil X1. So Extinction Event would hit, but then okay. So I think we're gonna go EOT. We may have to Extinction Event our Sylvan Caryatid. I think so. Teferi bouncing the Steel Overseer is the biggest. Okay, so we go Abrupt Decay here. They can equip the Ghostfire to Stone Coil. Replay Steel Overseer. Okay. We're gonna kill my Teferi. Teferi's not that good in this. But this. Oh, that's sick. Oh, the blowout. The blowout. It's coming. It's coming. Ooh. I kill my. We're gonna push the Ginger Brute because Extinction Event will kill the Stone Coil plus the guy that's hiding. It saved my. We're gonna lose the Teferi. Extinction Event seems really good in this matchup. I mean, again, it's gonna kill our Caryatid, but like. This cannot target that. Oh, we can also grab a Yorion. That's kind of. See ya, everybody. I have the sound bite for that. No, did I take it off?
Double kill.
Clearly a mistake.
Triple kill.
Holy jumping. Okay. Well, that's gonna be problematic. Play Nahiri, loot with Uro, and pray? I guess. Supposing play Uro is. Be able to play another. This is increasing the amount of turns I have before I die. Nice. The only problem is this is immune to a lot of my. If I can hit a Bring to Light, that really helps me out. But it's only +2/+2. I kept thinking Ghost Fireblade was +3. Why? More Uro. Play the one out. Oop. Oh wait, yes I. Oh. Stop being dumb, Zach. Boom. Get in there, buddy. Come on now. It's time for Uro. Land. And you're a disappointment. Constant. But bouncing a Ghost Fireblade is not going to be the highlight of your career here. Yep, going to 8. 1-8 now. Can't Trap Blast me at it. Romad Curry. That just stop me from racing them? Like, using this to block? Is that what this is about? I'm okay with that. Okay with you blocking. I'm not trying to race you here. I'm trying to find an answer. Perhaps. No, no block. Why did they play it post-comp? What? Play Deathrite. Guess I could have set myself up to plus Dreadbore, but I'd rather pay 2 mana. Big deal, but could somehow, possibly, maybe relevant. Deathrite can gain me 2 life per turn. That's also a big deal. So we're gaining 5 per turn right now. Net. Currently, we're net -2 per turn. Oh, right. Splitting things. Well, we're still only taking. If they top deck Strap Blast, we don't. This is fine. Sorry, if they top deck Strap Blast, we would die. But if they crack this, you draw a card. They can't have enough mana to play this. So, and exile this with Nahiri. Get to draw. You play instant 4. Black red. Swing with arrow. We have drawn all 4 arrows. Awesome. Got red black for the 4. Use this to get the Bomat Courier. We do top deck Shrap. We are gonna die. Where you at now, dog? Okay. Good as we can do. Yep. That's the turn. One card in hand. If it's Trap Blast, it doesn't matter if I block or not. Eight. Take the 7. Outslash? Nope. Exactly, Shrapnel Blast. Goddamn tempo decks. So, Staticaster could be a Voice of Recid. Hour of Devastation, also good. Solar Blaze, Extinction Event, better end. Probably can board down onto how much. Want to board down on Tulsimir? I feel like I do. I also feel like Scarab God could be. Tulsimir with the 3 life points. Really good. Those stone coils are mother truckers. Oof. I had a fatal push for the first one, but that's. I think I'm largely happy with the sideboard here. Maybe I don't even need. I like having the Teferis though because they're an answer. Soul. Because you bounce the creature and the insult goes away. That feels good. 3 Voice of Resurgence, 1 Scarab God. How many Scarab Gods do you need? But the problem is now we're going to have to deal with Mystical Dispute. So that... We're hitting that water hard. Hydration. Zagoth Triome if I need to kill something on Mana Confluence. If they have a specific crazy ass and soul draw, we'll get beat. But Stone Coil X1. Woof. They are just gonna have the turn 2 in Soul here on Stone Coil. And if I don't find Abrupt Decay very quickly, we'll be... Suppose I could be representing Fatal Push here, and they saw Fatal Push. Now we have a target for... We could top deck Oath. Bounce the Bowmat. He also draws me a card. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Plays Darksteel City. Bowmat. Guild Animator. Okay. That's a 6/6. Well, target acquired for Dreadbore. But the way they're going to be able to keep putting out damage. Really. So, can't Dreadbore and play Sylvan Caryatid, though? Do it in instant. I think there's going to be a... That is nice. Oh, man. For this turn? This is the only one attacking Teferi. That's attacking Teferi. Live is all that important right now. Kill the animator, take 1. Taking 1 this turn seems great. Well, ping I had to take from that. But killing the animator is also really nice because one of my... Most of them will... Well, not most. Solar Blaze will kill. Ketria Triome was a good draw. Really kill that book. Move the equipment. Don't move your equipment. You don't want to move equipment. All that hauling. All that cartage. Not worth it. Damn it. Worth it. Getting close. Shrapnel Blast. We would go to 1. Aether Gust. Rude. Gotta bottom that. Eesh. Oh, if they have Shrap, we're just dead here? They're not respecting my untapped mana, are they? This means nothing. Nothing! Gonna ditch your hand? All they need to do is draw a Shrapnel Blast tonight. Cards, Darksteel Citadel, and Second Serpent was something they probably want to part with, so little surprised to see that go. But I understand, like, they're just will be game once again. Have to trade my Caryatid. 1. Need to draw. Burrow. Gonna hit me for. Oh, I can't block this with this creature? Oh, I'm just dead. We're just dead. Shoot. Alright. Blue Red and Soul. Good deck. Oh. We got knocked out by the 2 tempo decks. Blue-green Spirits and Blue-red and Soul. That is not surprising. That is pretty par for the course for me. So, fantastic, fantastic deck. I like this a lot. I played 2 leagues over the last 24 hours. I really punted one game in the first one where I lost to Spirits. And we lost a really good game, a really good match against Spirits there, and a really good match against Blue, Red, and Soul. Then I also won one, lost one against Lotus Field. So Lotus Field is a tricky one. The way this deck is set up, we don't have a lot of tools to deal with it. I think you'd want more Thoughtseize as the main deck. And the other tempo decks push you in the other direction where you want to be set up like this, but they're actually pretty good at beating you. You need a kind of great sequence of draws. All that said, it's a lot of fun to play. Niv-Mizzet, awesome, awesome. You get to go way over the top of anyone who's playing mid-range. Most of the control matchups you can get through because you just jam Teferi and other threats down their throat until you resolve any of them, and most of them put you so far up on cards, they're not really able to come. We'll be coming back at some point to play the full deck that LSV played to 8th place in the same challenge, possibly tomorrow. But we're going to be moving on to a little bit of Modern here with Rixis Urza. So stick around for that if you want to see some Modern. It's been a little while since I played any Modern on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button, jam that subscribe button, smash it, and check out my Twitch channel. All of my stuff is linked through there. We'll see you. Alex, I know you've been requesting it.
Ahoy there, minnows.
Ahoy, have you seen this man?
Pete, you got some customers. That's hands Pete. That's hands Pete. customer's secret illegal